Hello, we have heard about GitHub Copilot a lot. Every day there is some news or the other. So let us see how do we set up GitHub Copilot for use in Visual Studio Code. So through that Visual Studio Code, you can write a code in Python, you can write a code in R, and you can also write a text file. So there are various use cases that you can do using GitHub Copilot. Let's see how to integrate that in Visual Studio Code. So when you start the Visual Studio Code, it looks like this. Now there are various options that you have in Visual Studio Code. So what we need to do is we need to get into the extensions. So it's the marketplace, so to say. When you go to extensions, you have this option of searching extensions. Here you can type GitHub Copilot. When you type GitHub Copilot, you will get this option, GitHub Copilot. And once you get here, you will have this install option. Since I've already installed, it shows me uninstall, but you will see the install option. You click this and you're all set to go. And then what you do is, next step is you get ahead and start with the programming part. So let me give you an example. Let's say you create a new file, a Python notebook, a Jupyter notebook, and you get something like this. And how does it help is, let me start a new code space. So this is the code space for Jupyter notebook. So in this, now the Copilot will work along with you. Let's say you want to see the Titanic data set. When you type the Titanic data set and press enter, you have the code for you, df is equal to pd.read_csv titanic.csv. So this is a Python code. Similarly, you could do this in R and things like that. Right now, the code is not saved, but you could always improve this, change this, and you will get different options and start running this. So let's also try the Titanic data set is about. So when I say data set is, when I type data set is, it automatically gives the details, a data set of all the passengers on the Titanic and whether they survived or not. So it tells us all the detail. And to keep it, you can press tab and then press enter. Okay. And it will give you some prompts or the other, and you know how to run it. You can simply run using this arrow. Execute cell. Once you execute this, it will be all fine. The next is you could even have a markdown file here. So you can click on markdown. So markdown is basically the text that you want to represent. So you can say this is a code base for running some analytics on the Titanic data set. You could say this on the Titanic data set. And as I said, if you have to get the prompt from GitHub Copilot, use a hash, and then you could type, this is about analytics on the Titanic data set. You could say this, right? So this is how it works. And if you have to delete this, you can delete using this delete button. And whenever you have to write the code, you can use the code option here, use hash. If you want some prompt, check the first 5 rows of the data set. It gives me automatically. Okay. So it's intelligent in that sense. I press tab and then press enter. So it will give me the different code prompts. So I hope this is useful, or this was useful. I'll upload other videos as well. Okay. Thank you very much.